Dogs are amazing creatures with many incredible abilities. From their keen senses of smell and hearing to their capacity for understanding human language, dogs possess some unbelievable traits that make them extraordinary animals. Here are the 10 unbelievable facts about dogs you never knew. Sense of smell. Dogs have an incredibly strong sense of smell because their noses contain specialized cells called olfactory receptors, up to 300 million olfactory receptors. Compared to only 6 million humans, this allows them to detect odors at 1 part per trillion concentrations, equivalent to a teaspoon of sugar in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Dogs have an exceptional sense of smell, 10,000 to 100,000 times more powerful than humans. More acute than humans. They can sniff out drugs, bombs, diseases, and much more that humans never detect. Dogs' remarkable sense of smell comes from the large surface area inside their nasal cavities, where olfactory receptors are located. The receptors bind to odor molecules, sending signals to the olfactory bulb in the brain for processing. Each receptor is specialized to detect only a specific range of scents, allowing dogs to perceive complex aromas. Dogs also have a vomeronasal organ that detects pheromones, providing social information from scents. Their nostrils even flex independently to allow better odor detection. The mental processing of smells in dogs' brains is far more sophisticated than previously thought. Sense of hearing. Dogs' sense of hearing is much more acute than humans. They can hear frequencies between 40 to 60,000 hertz, whereas humans only listen between 20 to 20,000 hertz. Dogs can detect sounds at 4 times the distance of humans. Their wide range of hearing allows dogs to perceive very high-pitched whistles and even ultrasound noises like those from electronic dog whistles. Dogs also determine the direction and distance of sounds using their movable outer ears. Their brains have a dedicated auditory cortex to interpret noises rapidly. Dogs' ears contain more than 18 muscles compared to just 3 in humans, allowing precise control of their ear positioning. Each ear can rotate almost 180 degrees independently, allowing dogs to detect where sounds originate. The set of their ears provides valuable clues about focus and mood. Upright signals attention, forward indicates aggression, and flattened back ears display fear. Dogs' inner ears amplify incoming sounds through an expanded cochlea and large tympanic membrane. Eyelid. Dogs have an additional eyelid called the nictitating membrane that protects their eyes from dirt and debris. This extra eyelid sweeps horizontally across the watch to keep it moist and clean. It originates from the inner corner of the eye, stretching over the surface to the outer corner. The nictitating membrane contains lymphoid tissue to help fight infections as it clears away foreign particles. Unlike our own upper and lower eyelids, it is a semi-transparent third eyelid that can extend across the eye while still allowing dogs to see. When fully spread, the nictitating membrane covers around 33% of the eye surface. It sweeps continuously across the cornea, spreading tears and other secretions across the surface of the eyeball to lubricate, nourish, and protect it. Dogs consciously control their movements and reflexively react to protect their eyes from harm. Paw pads sweat. Dogs only sweat through their paw pads. Since they don't sweat much, they pant to cool themselves down. The moisture on their tongues evaporates, helping lower their body temperature. Humans use eccrine glands to sweat through our entire bodies, but dogs only have eccrine sweat glands on their paws. They have other sweat glands, but are apocrine, which doesn't aid temperature regulation. So, dogs developed panting as the most effective way to cool down. As they rapidly breathe, evaporation occurs from their tongues, mouths, and respiratory tracts, dissipating heat. Air moves quickly in and out of their lungs, speeding evaporation. Panting allows dogs to cool down without expending large amounts of fluid and electrolytes in sweat. Their increased heart rate and dilation of blood vessels in the skin also aid their cooling process. Sleeping position. When sleeping, dogs curl up in a ball to protect vital organs and conserve body heat. Tucking their paws underneath helps keep them warm and comfortable. The fetal position reduces a dog's surface area exposed to the air, retaining more of their body heat during sleep. Their paws also have less fur and are vulnerable to losing heat, so tucking them inward preserves warmth. Their tails may cover their faces and noses to keep them warm. Most dogs' double layer of fur provides excellent insulation from the cold while sleeping. Longer hair around their neck and chest protects their vital organs. Their curled shape also protects their lungs, heart, liver, and other internal organs while in a vulnerable sleeping state. This position may date back to when dogs' ancestors would sleep in shelters or dense vegetation, using their bodies to block entrances from predators. It's an instinctual position for comfort and security. As we reach the middle of our video, I invite you to join our community by subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, we'll let you know about our future episodes in which we'll talk about other unique places, animals, and other things you'll want to explore. Colors. While humans see mainly in color, dogs see primarily in shades of blue and yellow. Scientists believe dogs see the world through a unique sepia tone. Humans have 3 color receptive cones in our eyes, which allow us to see the full spectrum of red, green, and blue light. Dogs only have 2, blue and yellow. This means they can distinguish blues, yellows, and blends of those colors. But they see fewer distinctions between red, orange, green, or purple hues. Their vision of other colors, like red, may resemble what humans see in dark gray or sepia tones. So, dogs' visual world consists mainly of blues, yellows, and shades of gray. Their color vision understanding is similar to that of people with red-green color blindness. But what dogs lack in color perception, they make up for in low-light vision and noticing movement. The canine retina has many rods for peripheral vision and motion detection. Sensing emotions. Dogs have a special knack for sensing human emotions. Animals can detect emotions like anxiety and fear through their strong sense of smell. Dogs can perceive human emotions through their body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Their olfactory ability also allows them to detect emotion-linked hormones and pheromones we give off. Signs of distress, like crying or panicking, cause dogs to become worried as they pick up on those cues. Some dogs can even detect chemical changes related to low blood sugar in people with diabetes through scent. Dogs utilize multiple senses to gather emotional information from humans. The most common signals dogs recognize include crying, smiling, scowling, and tense body language. Researchers have confirmed dogs can recognize emotions, including happiness, anger, anxiety, fear, and more. This emotional perception likely developed mutually through domestication to allow better communication between humans and canines. Teeth. Dogs' mouths form around 42 teeth, whereas humans only have 32. Dogs have 4 extra molars called carnassial teeth to help grip and tear food. Human adult teeth include 16 upper and 16 lower, while dogs have 20 upper and 22 lower. The extra teeth in canines are premolars and molars in the back of their mouths for chewing. Each side of a dog's mouth has 4 carnassial teeth adapted for slicing meat and processing food efficiently. Their carnassials are specialized, shearing teeth next to the last upper and the first lower molar. These allow dogs to rip and crush food well. Dogs also have 4 canine teeth for gripping and tearing. Their teeth reflect the history of dogs evolving from primarily carnivorous origins. While today's dogs often eat softened food from cans or bags, their teeth can scavenge and hunt if needed. The number, size, and purpose of dogs' teeth contribute to their unmatched ability to utilize various food sources fully. Sense of direction. Dogs have an exceptional sense of direction and memory for locations. Once they have traveled to a place, dogs can accurately return repeatedly, even years later. Their spatial navigation skills and memory are remarkably advanced compared to most species. Dogs create complex mental maps based on visual cues, scents, and even the Earth's magnetic fields. Their hippocampus, the brain region associated with spatial learning, is highly developed. Research shows dogs have an innate sense of direction and retain vivid memories of places they have visited only briefly. However, their reliance on visual cues means that vision impairment can disrupt this ability. Dogs use multiple navigation strategies, including orienting to landmarks, memorizing routes, and making integrated mental maps. Their navigational skills are thought to have evolved due to selectively breeding dogs who return to their masters and homes successfully. Nose. Dog noses have a unique pattern of ridges and creases, just like human fingerprints. These distinctive nose prints are unique to each dog and remain the same throughout their lives. Similar to human fingerprints, nose prints can also be used for identification. The ripples and ridges form during development in the womb, so no two dog noses are alike. Patterns range from wavy, parallel ridges to branching diamond shapes and loops. The nose leather, made of pores and bumps called volar pads, overlaps at the edges like our fingerprints. Identifying dogs by nose prints uses the same biological principle, distinctiveness, that makes human fingerprints practical markers. Law enforcement has utilized dog nose prints, especially if front paws are unavailable for other prints. While yet to be as systematically cataloged as human fingerprints, dog nose prints provide foolproof biological identification. Dogs are incredible animals, showcasing abilities far beyond what humans possess. Their advanced senses, intelligence, physical traits, and capacity for emotion demonstrate the complexity and uniqueness of canines. Learning more about dogs reveals fascinating insights into the biology, behavior, and evolution behind why they make such fantastic companion animals. And that's all for today. Make sure to hit subscribe to stay connected. Ciao, and see you tomorrow.